Olympic category European Weightlifting Championship Finals. I'm David Goldstrom. Right alongside me, Commonwealth Games champion Michaela Breeze. And here the lineup for this medal final at 55 kilos, a new weight category set just before the World Championships last November in preparation for the Olympics in Tokyo next year. And it's a really competitive category. Here are the athletes. Here's Lucretia Magistris, who was in the World Championships in Ashgabat last year at 55 kilos. And Angelica Roos for Sweden. Angelica, who was European silver medalist last year. Next, Kristina Noviskaya, experienced athlete, the European junior champion at 53 kilos last season. And then to Maria Ganhur, as you can see, junior world champion. And that is a characteristic of this class. There's a wide age range from 18 right up to 30 amongst the competitors. Johanna Łachowska there for Poland, one of the more senior members of the Polish team and a real achiever. Johanna, the European champion at 53 kilos last season. Svetlana Yersheva represents Russia, back in competition along with 6 other European nations after a year-long ban. They missed last year's championships. And Jennifer Lombardo from the Bari, or Bari I should say, weightlifting club in Italy. Italy already with 2 medals and a gold championship medal as well. Sara Østus for Norway, one of 2 competitors, hails from Bergen where she's a teacher. And here's Rebecca Tauer Jakobsen. And she lives in Larvik, which is about 90 kilometers from Oslo. New generation of Norwegian lifters. Aysegül Koban Bashol, as you can see there, a European champion, but some 5 years ago, so on the comeback trail. And those are your athletes, and as I said, the spread 9 kilos. Now, because this is a new category, we have new records. And before I go into those, this was a little earlier in the afternoon, and this is Nina Sterks representing Belgium, and this is in the Snatch division, 82 kilos on the bar.
82 kilos for this young athlete, up and coming, only just out of the youth ranks. As you can see, it likes to take her time, well experienced even at this tender age. Lacking a bit in the power department, but that is an absolutely superb lift and is a new record.
Yeah, new youth record, and a real good thing to see a Belgian lifter coming in. She went on to produce yet more goodies in the clean and jerk. This was a lift that didn't earn her another record, but the total did. And that was another youth world record.
Brave decision as well. She missed the 100. She's now gone to 101 here for this, her 3rd and final attempt. Good leg strength to stand. Very strong in the overhead position. That will do, thank you very much.
And that was Nina. She actually held the record, 182, which she set at the World Championships in Ashgabat, the European youth record, so increased it by a kilo. But now back to the present, and there in orange there, you can see the posted first attempts. Whether those come to fruition depends rather on the warm-up and how that goes. But I'm really looking forward to this, because this is a real competitive class.
It certainly is, David, and looking at the opening lifts on the Snatch, where you'd fancy Magistris of Italy, but do you know what? Doesn't have the biggest clean and jerk posted, so there could be 4 or 5 lifters, and the main nations to watch here, I'd probably say Italy, Russia, Poland.
Okay, time. We start the Snatch, 55.
6 competitions, David, but it does mean that these athletes are now exposed to drug testing at big events, so that's a big positive. Well, not in the in the literal term, but it's good that we're having to see these lifters. They don't have to peak at everyone.
No, but they have to participate in 6. So Johanna Rokowska out again, and she really needs this. She can't afford another failure because there are two strong Russians in this class, and she could easily lose touch. And of course an Italian who's yet to start.
That's better. That's the lifter that we know. Well done, Joanna.
Much more dynamic, so much more fiery, and got her head there together with her body.
And you see the reaction there, shake of the head as if to say, what a waste that first attempt was. But this, so much better. Drives with the legs, good extension, super fast underneath. No messing this time.
New leader. So, Novitskaya.
Soft, no fire, no change in speed. Something I encourage is acceleration when the bar passes the knees. That's where all the power is generated. And we see the replay, it's all one speed. There's no acceleration, nothing really happens through the middle part. Can't expect to lift a heavy weight slowly. It's got to be aggressive, it's got to be fiery. And that certainly wasn't.
It leaves her at the moment down in 4th place. She's got 85 kilos. That is a weight that she's achieved before. But now Irsheva of Russia finds herself down into the bronze medal position, but she's got 2 attempts, and 85 kilos now moving up to 88 kilos for Irsheva.
She's had a long wait between first and second lifts.
This is a weight she has done, but as a 58-kilo lifter.
Solid again.
I really like the way that this young woman is performing.
Well, if we had the camera on her in the warm-up room earlier, and she looked completely focused. The fact she had 6, 7, 8 lifts, I don't even know how many have gone since her first attempt. She's had a long wait, but it hasn't fazed her. She's putting herself right up there.
Absolutely into first place. European silver medalist at 58 kilos, but now leading the 55-kilo category. Well, this is quite interesting because the Italian...
It's gone up twice.
Yeah.
Up to 89, now up to 90. And I tell you, I was going to say they're playing the rule to try and limit their opponent's recovery, but it hasn't happened. Irsheva of Russia, who we've just seen lift, she's actually gone up to 90 as well. Now remember, the first lifter to lift the weight will take the lead, and yes, they're playing for medals on the snatch, but ultimately it's the overall medal that they're after.
Well, this is going to tell us a lot now, because staying in touch is important. So have they over-egged this? Should she have come in earlier? We're about to find out now. 45 seconds and a bit to come, so no problems in terms of time. Lucretia Magicic.
David, what do you have her best lift on an international stage as?
I have a best from the World Championships at 55 kilos, 82 kilos.
Me too. This is 90 kilos. This is a whopping great improvement.
And this is from November.
And this is her opening lift.
.15 seconds. Steady, drives up.
That is monumental progress in just a few months. And she's young.
Yeah, she's 18, a couple of weeks away from her 19th birthday. But this also gives you an indication after day 1 at the championships of the progress of the whole Italian squad.
Well, this is phenomenal progress, and you know, we've kind of gotten used to it with certain nations, but it's great to see the Italians coming through, and this is a nation that we do believe, you know, clean lifters. They work hard. They've got a great reputation in the sport. Fantastic to see.
Yeah, so often we've had competitions which have been totally dominated by Eastern European nations, but it's really good to see the Western challenge But here's Johanna Rakowska. This 90 kilos really important for her to keep contact in her quest for a third European title.
No, it's gone. What a shame. Down in third position. That is going to be costly. I tell you now that she's going to look back and regret. If she can hang on to a medal overall, it's going to be an uphill journey from here on.
Well, by her high standards, a bronze medal is not satisfactory.
No, it's not. And these are weights that she can do.
Svetlana Urshova now, she's got one attempt and she's asked for the bar at 90 kilos. This means that the Italian, with her first attempt, has won the gold medal in the snatch, because even if this brings Urshova up level, the Italian got there first to 90.
Well, 3 from 3 for the Russian. Urshova in control here, in control of her emotions, completely focused. Keep an eye on this young lady. She's got big things to come, I'm sure.
So I'm just having a look here. Magistris, 18, 19 years of age. The European standard for juniors is 89. So that has to have been a record. So as it says on our big scoreboard there, if she was to get 93, she would actually enhance that record in the snatch.
Well, she looks confident, doesn't she? Coming onto the stage here, really controlling everything. This is a big lift. As if the first one wasn't, this is even bigger.
Well, you're talking about 11 kilos up since the Worlds in late November, early December.
I don't have any explanation as to how that's possible, unless she had an absolute shocker at the Worlds. But this is huge.
Well, I'm looking at her previous results, and they were all around sort of 80 kilos. Recent ones.
Ooh, did well to let go. That's going to have tweaked the shoulder and elbow. But David, looking at the scoreboard, yes, she's in command at the moment. Well, I say in command, she's only equal in first place in terms of numbers. She doesn't have the strongest clean and jerk. And that's a typical issue when you've got a young lifter, because they just haven't had the time to fully mature and develop in the leg strength department.
Yeah, Urshova is 10 years her senior.
We see the tweak on the elbow there, and that's probably because she's not used to coping with these kind of loads. A gutsy lifter, but what we don't want to see is her getting hurt by attempting something massive. Urshova there, just completely in her own zone. She doesn't care what the Italian does. She knows she's got a job to do, and she believes that whatever happens here, she can still pull it out the bag on the clean and jerk.
Yeah, because she's posted 105 for her first clean and jerk, and a Magistris 100. Not a lot between them.
You see two coaches there for the Italian lifter, both just trying to keep their lifter in check.
So that is the decision in terms of the snatch. The gold, silver and bronze medals decided. It's just a question of whether the woman coming out onto the stage, in your picture now, could achieve a valuable 3-kilo cushion.
Yeah, and I say cushion, I think she absolutely needs this because her clean and jerk is down. I don't think it's going to be a cushion. I think this will be enough to try and bring the competition level when we go into the clean and jerk.
Well, you said it at the second attempt. This is a humongous effort, and all credit to her for taking it on. Can she do it, though? Gotta believe.
Oh, what did I say? She's in trouble. That's game over, I'm sorry. She's game over.
Doctor on very quickly.
I said on that first... Oh, dear. I said on the previous one, that was an elbow risk. And that's what we didn't want to see happen. problems with a young athlete progressing so quickly. You've got to give the body, you've got to give the joint, and more importantly, you've got to give the connective tissue time to get strong. And clearly the results from the Worlds until now have been massive, but the body just hasn't adapted.
Yeah, and, well, you've been there, you know what that's all about, and I hate to say it, but you virtually predicted it. But anyway, we've reached the halfway stage. This is the situation. The Italian has got the gold medal. Irsheva breathing down her neck on 90 kilos. Lachowska only 1 out of 3, but fortune favors her because of what's just happened. As we go down the order on quite a big class there. As we go into the clean and jerk. And here, the first attempts posted by the athletes. Of course, that may vary from what they actually come out to open with, determined, of course, by how their individual warm-ups proceed.
Well, this is important, David, as we see Magistris in picture right now. This is your leader after the snatch. I'd say that elbow went out and came back straight back in, or it was close to a full dislocation. She's definitely hurt it. And I'll tell you now, from my experience, she's going to be out after this comp for about 3 months rehabbing that elbow. In my view, this is a little bit crazy from the coaches to put a youngster under this kind of pressure.
So interesting. I'm just looking at my computer screen here, and I was just about to say, as you see the overall position in the competition, officially they haven't retired Magistris.
And do you know what's worrying is it looks like she's in serious pain, and they've put her opening attempt right up to 106. I'm just wondering if they're going to attempt to send her out for 1 lift to try and make a total that can be competitive. Oh, David, I really don't want to see it.
It's a bit pointless, isn't it?
Oh, it's not pointless, because if it comes off, it's great. But,
well, but
you've got a young lifter who has a career ahead of her. It could be career-ending if that elbow blows.
Yeah. Noviskaya. The audience behind me and around me have all realised how important this is. She makes it, she gets a total. She fails, no qualifying points for Tokyo.
Why didn't she do that on her opening attempt? And that is going to be the question she will be asking herself over and over again.
And that has zoomed her up into 2nd place overall and into 1st place.
Really good extension on the clean, keeps her chest high. This time the bar directly over the shoulders. Oh, David, I don't want to watch this. This is all yours.
Well, here she comes, and we've all got our fingers crossed, but not only that she makes the lift, but she doesn't do any further damage to herself. Rising 19, the leader. She's got the gold medal from the first half of the competition for 90 kilos, getting there ahead of everybody else. But 106 kilos on the bar. This would certainly be a new personal best. We know that she's made rapid progress, but is this a lift too far?
She's 3 kilos above anything on the international stage. This is big.
No, and she was wise. She realised it immediately. She realised it immediately, and she didn't even fight or struggle to do it.
Why are they doing it to her? She's a young lifter who's got a whole career ahead of her.
There's no profit or purpose. You know, we were talking about her age, as you see here. I mean, she gets the clean, but then, you know, she realises straight away that it's not going to happen. But the other thing we were talking about is, you know, at her age, Tokyo is not really a realistic target for her. If she stays fit and well and progresses, Paris 2024.
She's one of the most exciting young lifters I've seen in a long, long time, and I just hope they don't ruin it for her.
Ayşegül Koban for Turkey now. Much happier in the clean and jerk. but that's much tougher than the first attempt.
Good
Energy
overhead.
sapping, but overhead, okay.
That's her style of lifting. Make the clean hard, but she knows she's got it.
2-1. One of the
second
referees
phase.
didn't like that, so let's see if there was any reason for that red light.
Okay, nothing wrong with the clean.
And again, the wrong angle for us. Now, Jennifer Lombardo, who's been shoved down to 5th place, but now coming up for a 3-kilo increase. Now, she's on 184 total. This would take her to 187, which would move her up a place. Walkowska, the one lifter who's yet to start the competition. Bronze medal in the first half for the experienced pole. These are energy sapping cleans.
I think one thing we need to put in perspective here, David, is these young women are only 55 kilos in body weight. So this is approaching now double body weight, just a few kilos shy. These are big weights. Hence why we're seeing so many struggling to stand from the clean. There's no drive on that, and all she's done is push herself backwards. You've got to use the legs to full effect.
Been on the international stage now for about 10 years. Now, Magistris, this is where Michaela turns to her right. And it is 106 kilos, so...
If this was an Olympic Games, yes, push it. The Europeans, that is just the Europeans.
Well, now, clean with economy if she can. It's
Clean
not
is good.
bad, not bad.
The jerk's all yours.
Well, you saw the body reaction there. She was definitely up for that. I mean, in her head, she was there. She was prepared to give that a go. And you could see that she was frustrated.
That's the worst position to lose it as well, David.
Yeah. Now, Angelica Roos has been waiting in the wings for a while now, and this is for 6 out of 6. So this is to take it to 187. Now, this can't get her into the overall medals, but looking at 187 in terms of the clean and jerk.
Hits her hard. Can she stand? She's kept the bounce going. Needs to commit.
She will.
No, she won't.
No, she committed, but she couldn't do it.
Well, it's a gutsy effort not to be today, but regardless, she's still smiling and enjoying the occasion. And that's important, that these lifters enjoy what they're doing. See how she kept it bouncing at the bottom? She kept the momentum, kept the muscles engaged.
I'll tell you what, Michaela, next year, the European Championships, which will be the final qualifying opportunity for the European women, that's going to be fascinating, because now they're on a journey, but that will be the last gasp chance for some. Now, Lucretia Magistris for Italy. Can she just put this together? Remember, she's bringing forward 90 kilos. This is 106. She's got the clean again. One big effort, and she's... well, you can't criticise her for commitment. As you said, you would have never let her come out to...
No, I would have, for sure, I would have called it after the snatch, regardless of what's at stake. Your health is far more important. She's a gutsy lifter. She's one of the most exciting young athletes that I've seen in a long time. And Italy have a superstar in the making here, but please look after her. She needs time to heal. Give her 3 months of rehab before she's back competing again.
Now, this is reasonably heavy duty here for Johanna Łachowska, but Łachowska has to do this now because, remember, she was in the bronze medal position, but relevant to that is the fact that she's only bringing forward 87 kilos. So this first clean and jerk is absolutely vital to at least fight for a podium position, if not to try and get a European title.
Well, that's tough, but they're normally so good overhead, other poles. And there we are, pops it up. And that is a brilliant example of how to be effective with the legs. She hasn't tried muscling that with the upper body. She's used the powerful muscle groups, the quads, the glutes, to get upward momentum on the bar. Class lifter, executing as we like to see. Drive and catch. Lovely even split. Hips under the shoulders, shoulders under the bar.
Łachowska at the age of 30, pretty important because Tokyo's probably going to be her last chance. But as it is, she's up into overall second and leads the clean and jerk. Irsheva of Russia still with the advantage. Jennifer Lombardo now. And this is a 4-kilo increase to put it up to 188. But obviously 107 will put her into silver in the clean and jerk.
Well, that's interesting. I hope we get the full body shot of the jerk. As she dipped, I think her right foot moved. That's telling me that she's trying to push it and not letting the weight come down through her legs. See here, a little untidy on the clean. Now watch her feet as she drives. Ah, you can see it from that angle. There's a twist with the heel. Just trying to muscle it.
So Irsheva now with 2 attempts and deciding this is the moment for her to come in and go for 108 kilos.
Every lift now is important for her. She's in the lead. There's still 2 others there to fight with. First attempt was impressive.
A little bit harder, but you would expect that. Feet in up, yep, that's surely 3 white lights.
It's textbook, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good stuff. And she enhances her advantage to 198 kilos, leads the clean and jerk with 108. And she has 1 more attempt. Łachowska's got 2. Shishanitsa of Belarus has still got 2. She's down at 187. So it's going to be interesting to see what she does. And about to come out at 108 is Ayşegül Koban Basol. Now, what she's got in her mind is one thing, which is a clean and jerk medal. And there's a change. Shishanita, the bar going to 109 kilos. Now, this is way ahead of what she did in Ashgabat. This is 5 kilos up on that. But it's a 4-kilo increase from her first attempt here. 4 kilos to take her to 191, which would move her up ahead of Novitskaya of Russia, who at the moment is hanging on to the bronze medal.
It's there. No, it's not. Oh, so close. Just lost it on the recovery. Shows how much pressure these young women are under. Strain of the bar overhead. The body just buckled. The clean was super aggressive. The jerk, at this point, you would say, yeah, she's got it. Lovely position, and then the body just goes.
So the Turkish contingent, 109. And as I said, this is not going to influence the medals for the overall championship. But what it is going to do is give her a real chance of a medal in the clean and jerk. So, representing Turkey.
Hits her hard, doesn't have the legs.
So, that was the tactic. Unfortunately, it didn't come off, and actually, she's overall 11th, and she's been beaten by both Nina Sterks and Atenui Hernandez from the B group, who are at the moment in the top 10. So Shishanitsa will be out for her third and final attempt. Here she is. So she comes to her final attempt. Remember, 6 on the competition stage, but so much work having been done previously in the warm-up room to get to this particular moment. But this is for the bronze medal.
Oh, what a shame. The last attempt was so good, so close. It's almost like she hasn't had enough time to recover. It's important training that you train for this eventuality. Limit your recovery and warm-up. Likewise, give yourself loads of time between lifts in warm-up. You've got to prepare for what the competition might throw at you.
So now we're down to the head-to-head. This is where chess becomes poker. And there are 3 lifts left in this women's 55-kilo championship of Europe. Irsheva of Russia leads at the moment. She's got 1 attempt left. She leads by 4 kilos in the overall, ahead of Johanna Wachowska of Poland. And she's chosen, at the moment, Irsheva to come out and finish. And take an extra 2 kilos to round it up to 200, which means that Wachowska would have to find another 7 kilos. So Wachowska would have to find 201 kilos, and that, of course, will mean a personal best. But she will have a couple of attempts if this woman does this. But if she doesn't do it, then the deficit will be only 5 to take the title away from the woman in your picture now. So
the clean is strong.
Organises, drives.
No, it's not there.
No, she's in the lead, but she's vulnerable. So Irsheva finishes on 198 kilos. Now that's 2 up on what she achieved in the World Championships in Ashgabat. Mid-20s. And now Wachowska looking for 112 kilos for the 5 kilos that she needs. So now we look at Wachowska's clean and jerk record. And you can see that in Ashgabat she did 108, but that was on the journey. Last year as a 53-kilo lifter, 108. She's done 111. That was in 2017 in the lighter bodyweight class.
David, I'm going to place my bets here. If she cleans it, she'll jerk it. Needs to stand straight out. Does she have the legs?
Yes, she does.
Yes, she does. This for gold. Good
overhead. Exactly what you said, Michaela. You were confident that once she cleaned it, she'd get it, and she has. And that is the Championship of Europe within 30 seconds. And so the champion of Europe in 2017 in the 53 kilo class, the champion of Europe in the 53 class last year, has now made it 3 in a row, a hat-trick of European championships.
Tremendous technician. Dug deep, worked hard on the clean, and that jerk is absolutely spot on.
And if she wants it, she can have one for fun. I'm not sure she will, but she could.
Olympic qualification points, maybe, but I'll be honest, I think that was right on the money. There wasn't much more there.
It's the last attempt. Bogdan Mokranowski, our public address speaker, just confirming he is from her country, Poland, and he knew immediately that that was such a super effort. That's the way to win it. And tremendous when you consider the snatch, which was
didn't we say she was up against it?
Yeah.
But to really pull it out of the bag the way she did, fantastic result for Poland.
Clean and jerk result here, and you can see that 112. It means that with her bronze medal from the snatch, she now gets the gold in the clean and jerk. And Irsheva, and have a look, if you go further down in the clean and jerk rankings, as you're seeing there, Nina Sterckx of Belgium ranked in the clean and jerk in 8th place, and Ateneri Hernandez of Spain in 9th. So those are good performances by those young women. Overall, we'll bring you that momentarily. But look how buoyant she is, and rightly so. So Johanna Lukowska is champion of Europe for the 3rd year running, but in this new women's Olympic 55 kilo class. Irsheva of Russia takes the overall silver, with her teammate Noviskaya the bronze. And there you can see Britain's representative, Amy Louise Williams, there, 173 in the top 15. But this was